This video was originally presented as part of a tutorial on ways to approach efficient modeling at the 2016 No Magic World Symposium. Thank you to No Magic for granting permission for a wide public distribution of this content. And I encourage you to consider attending a future No Magic World Symposium if you have interest in their products. There are a number of speakers that are featured, invited, and present, as well as the No Magic staff, and it's a great way to learn about No Magic's products and help advance the state-of-the-art of model-based systems engineering. So now I'm going to show how we handle inheritances and some of the tricks I use to easily attach requirements to model elements and not lose track of some of these global type requirements. So I've created an inheritance block here. I just called it all components, and I put an inheritance stereotype on it, so I can now filter and find all my inheritance blocks by filtering that stereotype. And let's say this design constraint here is something like must use components made in America, or there's some global type of constraint here. We can just come to the satisfied by, and we can go ahead and we can attach that to the all components block. So it's now satisfied by this block. And if I want that to apply to all the blocks in my logical architecture, I just can pick all of them at once. I can create a relationship outgoing, a generalization, and there's a little lag here while it does its thing. And then we're going to go ahead and inherit that from the all components block. And so now all of the logical blocks here, if we look at them in their relations, now have an inherited satisfy that ties them to this design constraint. I've created dependency matrices with my blocks in the rows and the requirements in columns. And if we go ahead and create a satisfy relationship here, you'll note that there's no direct connections. But if we go ahead and use the new feature in 18.3, that is the implied satisfy, and I can change the color here. So let's go ahead and make this one, we'll make the implied ones red so they stand out. And we'll change the arrowhead a little bit. And so now you'll see that all of these are going to show up that they have the implied satisfy. So just as the inheritance matrix here shows that all these logical blocks are inheriting from the all components inheritance block, they've all inherited this design constraint. And so if we pulled a requirements report or some tables at this level, it would pick that up very nicely.